Oh, pretty.
That was a horrible sentence. Okay. She's got mommy issues. What is up? It's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Welcome to another reading vlog. Hello. It is now, what time is it? Not even 9 o'clock. I feel like after the time, why did my voice get so high? I feel like after the time change, the days have been, I mean, it's only been a day. I feel like the today and yesterday have felt so much longer than usual. I don't know if that's just me, but anyway, daylight savings time is a ruse. I hate it. Why can't we just get along? Why can't we just decide on a damn time? It's all an illusion anyway. Anyway. I need to calm down. Hi. It is Monday night. I will be taking this vlog until Friday night when I'll be at Medieval Times with Joey and Tatsu and her friends because it's her birthday. It's her 30th birthday on Thursday and we're going to Medieval Times on Friday. Saturday we're going to Salem. All that being said, I will be starting with, listen, I had a poll. Yes, it was my choice to put this on the poll, but ultimately it was Carmilla's choice. Christmas romance. I know, listen, I am not a Christmas girly. I am not one to start Christmas celebrations and put my Christmas decor. I don't even have Christmas decor. I am not one to do that in November, okay? I'm barely one to do that in December. However, this is BK Borison. Also, this is my in-person romance book club pick for November. I actually don't even know when the meeting is. It's at the end. I want to say it's the 20th since the 27th is Thanksgiving. I think it's the 20th. So I have time, but I am in the mood for a romance. So on this poll, I had The Defender by Anna Huang, Good Spirits by BK Borison, Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Poranek. Is that how you say their name? I don't know. And then one other one, Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moranova. And this one won. There was a three-way tie at one point. Leave Me Behind was left behind. It was not winning at all. It was at like 6%. But this one finally won, and I'm gonna start it so I can get that out of the way. It's on my November TBR. But say it with me now. I am currently filming many vlogs at once. Say it with me again. I'm also currently reading many books at once. But I'm talking about this vlog, and we're talking about this book. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna see how far I can go because I haven't read my 100 pages today yet, so we shall see. Okay? Capiche? Kaposh. Hope you enjoy this vlog. We went to the gym today. This is my 3rd day in a row going to the gym. Let's not jinx it now. Okay, bye. I'm gonna read now. Hello. I haven't updated much. Sorry about that. Also, sorry about this. What in the world? The lighting is weird. I just got my nails done for Salem. It's currently Wednesday, so I'm just running around doing errands, preparing. I packed this morning. I read past page 100. I read past page 100 in Good Spirits. I'll get to that in a sec. I also went to my mom's to have some brunch with her. She got me some taro bread. Now I'm gonna head to a post office to ship a Pango order. As I was getting my nails done, I also continued A Match Made in Hell by Charlotte Ingham or something like that, which I have an ARC for, but the publisher also sent me a finished copy, so I was reading it on my Kindle, reading the ARC. Good Spirits and A Match Made in Hell, at least the parts where I'm at, are so similar. So Good Spirits is very much a Christmas Carol vibes. Obviously, just hearing, you know, Ghost of Christmas Past is a love interest, but it really is like taking her to see her memory. The problem is she's not a shitty person. So he's trying to figure out what the hell he's doing there because all his clients are usually shitty people that, you know, like Scrooges that he has to fix. But she's already like freaking a ray of fucking Christmas sunshine. So he doesn't really know what's going on, but I think they're slowly trying to figure it out. So if it goes this direction, I think I'd like it more because it's a little twist on A Christmas Carol. But if it follows the format of just her stuff and the typical formula of A Christmas Carol, I don't think I'm gonna like this as much as I thought I would have. I think regardless, I definitely am going to prefer Love Light Farms to this one. one just because that one was just like cute. Christmas Farm, Friends to Lovers, the tension was great. I gave it 5 stars. I have good memories attached to it because it was at a cabin with Joey when I read it. And this one, the magical-ish aspects I'm not really into. And then A Match Made in Hell is about this place in hell called Asphodel. Our main character, Willow, ends up there. So obviously she died some way, somehow, which I just found out. I'm like 21-ish% in. But I say it's similar because the devil, or the king or whatever, but she calls him the devil, is a love interest. And he takes her to see some memories because she needs to conquer the 7 deadly sins to get out of hell, or at least get out of Asphodel. We're finding out more and more about why she ended up there, what she's done in her past. She's talked about her mom dying a lot. Her dad left too. However, there was a part where she's like, is this gonna be how all the trials are gonna be, or the tasks are gonna be, where we visit my memories? And he's like, no. And she's like, thank God. And I was also like, thank God, because I can't be reading both of these at the same time and them basically having the same plot. So both are a fun time though. I'm still working on Dracula for my vampire vlog, and then I started The Fox and the Devil by Kirsten White last night because I forgot I have an arc of it, and I heard someone talk about it, and it comes out in March, and it's vampires. There's a serial killer and obsession and vampires. So I was gonna read it for this vlog, but then I realized vampires. It's also going to be in my vampire vlog if I decide to continue on that on my Kindle, on the plane or whatever. Yeah, that one's just like an ongoing vlog for like the next month probably. That's my update. I'm wearing my new favorite shirt, even though I've never been to the ripped bodice. This is definitely one of my new favorite long sleeve shirts. Thank you, Tammy from Tammy Clark, for wearing this in a vlog and inspiring me to order it. It says romance reader on the sleeve. I love it so much. And then it has like a quill or something on this side. I don't even know, but it's super cute. I just love this colorway. I think I'm gonna color tonight and use these exact same colors because I feel inspired by them. I love the muted tones, pink and the teal and the gray. This is like the perfect shade of gray. One day I'll go to the ripped bodice. I just can't fathom being in Brooklyn with all those rats. I am gonna be in New York for BookCon though. Is anyone else going to BookCon? Let me know. It's been quite the day. All my makeup is off. I went to the gym. I just colored, inspired by my ripped bodice shirt. How'd I do? I'll have that on my coloring Instagram. If you don't follow me yet, it's at JanTriesToColor. I'm editing now. Read more of Dracula, but not anything for this vlog. I just wanted to get on here and update. I did get all my errands done. Oh, Joey and I watched this movie on Netflix called Joyride. It has the best friend in Emily in Paris and the daughter in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And it's a mostly Asian cast. It's so fucking funny. I was not ready. We were both not ready for the humor in this and the chaos. It was so good. Highly recommend. Apparently it came out in 2023. Never heard of it until tonight. I love when we find random movies and actually enjoy them. Finish editing my Bloody Read vlog because I'm on an editing spree until Salem. I think this is my 4th video of the month and it's November 5th between Patreon and public. We are grinding over here. That's all I got. Sorry, I don't have my mic on me, but I'll talk to you later when I read more of anything. Hi, I haven't updated in a couple days. I just have not felt like picking up the camera, but I look super cute right now because I'm going to my friend's birthday celebration at Medieval Times. Do I look medieval? I don't know. I feel like I combined 7 different eras of time, but whatever. I'm doing what I can. Anyway, I finished The White Book by Hong Kong. Have I told you guys that I even started it? No, but I'm telling you that I started it and finished it. I went to Barnes a couple days ago and I saw it on the table of like short fiction books or whatever. And I've read Hong Kong before. I read The Vegetarian and enjoyed it. So I picked this up. I looked at it and it has like vignette format, you know, which is like one of my favorite formats because it goes quickly and the writing is usually really good. So I was gonna get it from the library. The audiobook was available and it was only an hour long. For shorter audiobooks like that, I like to slow it down to like 1.8 times speed. So I listened to it, absorbed it, and I enjoyed it despite all the motherhood themes within it. It's called The White Book because each passage, each vignette, each scene, if you will, are titled with something white, like snow, white hair, things like that. I love when authors use color for like symbolism and stuff, so that happened a lot in this. The writing was beautiful. There were some emotional scenes about a mother losing a child, but then it just talks about the main, I don't think we got a name for the main character, but it talks about their life experiences, and then it also was very descriptive when it came to like just imagery and describing these white items, just talking about like a snowy winter day. It was beautiful. So it was nice to listen to, also because the audiobook had no like sound effects or anything or music. It was just the narrator's voice, which was so perfect for this type of writing. I don't know. Their cadence was really good, and it was just like soothing to the ears. So that was a quick book that I finished. I'm still reading Good Spirits. I did finish Dracula last night, so I can continue with this vlog, but we're leaving for Salem tomorrow, so I have to put this on pause, and I'll continue. Today's the 7th. I'll continue on the 12th and 13th, and then we'll see what we can do from there. Just play it by ear, because this is kind of just like a read whatever I want type of vlog. I will take you to medieval times, so we have at least that in this vlog. Hopefully it's a fun night. Here's the full look. Pardon my dusty mirror. I have this like Roman leaf crown. Definitely not medieval, but whatever. Are you in your outfit?
I'm just gonna put it on when we get there, because I'm not gonna drive with it on.
Oh, lame.
Oh, pretty fairy. And we're running late because of her. Leatherface.
Yeah, mine's Ghostface. Tink.
But, you know, yeah, that's a
Of course, she gave presents on her birthday.
No.
Shrek to my Fiona.
Look at my cake.
And the unity between our hosts, Queen Donna Luciana of Zaragoza. Lord Derek also celebrates.
It is a baby dragon.
Damn, good for him, man.
Good for him.
Good for you.
Hiya. It's been a while. This is no longer a weekly vlog, in case you haven't noticed. It's kind of just my filler vlog where I have been updating in between other vlogs. Here's the sitch. Okay, today is Wednesday, November 12th. We just got back from Salem yesterday, so that vlog is now closed. This vlog is still continuing. I just continued reading Good Spirits. I was supposed to finish it today, but that didn't happen because I decided to finish Frankenstein and color, eat chili, and take my time. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna give this update because I'm well over 200 pages into this. That'll happen in a sec. And then tomorrow I'm gonna start my Lair Readathon vlog one day early so I can end it one day early. And then I have to start my Do Your Worst vlog featuring Steph from Steph Loves. And here's a little sneak peek information tidbit. Okay, Steph does these 24-hour timer challenges, you know, with the timer. They're 24-hour readathons, but with the timer and, you know, just stopping the timer. That situation when she's not reading. Yeah, okay. So that's gonna be my little challenge thing for the Do Your Worst episode. But I unfortunately have to be at work Monday and Tuesday, but I have Sunday and Wednesday off. So then I can do the 24-hour timer for those 4 days, 6 hours a day, but I probably won't get 6 hours Monday and Tuesday, so I'll have to make it up Sunday and Wednesday. This is my calendar. If you couldn't tell, these are Sunday and Wednesday. Long story short, I'm gonna give this update and then the vlog will proceed after my Do Your Worst video, and then we'll end it, because then that'll be even more obnoxious than it already is. Okay? That was so pointless. Y'all don't need to know any of this information. I could have filmed this last month and just told you I filmed it last month, but alas. Here we are, giving the whole spiel. There's Joey in the background.
Hello?
Look at him wearing his I Heart My Fiancé friendship bracelet.
Friendship? Is that what we are?
I didn't friend zone you.
You just friend zoned your own fiance?
I fiancé zoned you with a friendship bracelet. Anywho, this is not feeling good. Definitely prefer Love Light Farms. I think last year when I said I'm becoming a Christmas romance girly, I love how I just ended the conversation with Joey and just left him. Just covered him with the book. When I said I was becoming a Christmas romance girly, I'm not talking about this type of Christmas romance where there's like magic and shit, you know, the Ghost of Christmas Past and everything. I don't like it. She is very woe is me, throwing herself a mini pity party like every other page, and it's really fucking annoying. On the back it says she's a people pleaser to her core. She always does what's expected of her. That sounds relatable, right? To many of us, I'm sure. But when you're reading it, especially with the audiobook, because I've succumbed to the audiobook because I've realized that I'm not liking it as much as I thought I would. With the audiobook, she sounds even more whiny, and she's just like, oh my god, no one's ever chosen me, and this is the first time that... Which I get. I understand because she's got mommy issues, okay? Her mom didn't really give her the attention that she should have. She always felt like a burden to her mom. Her mom only paid attention to her when she was dating some arrogant douchebag guy that her mom actually approved of because it made her look good. She's got those issues, and I get that. But the way she says it, and especially because it's in first person POV, it sounds so whiny. She's like, it seemed the only thing I needed to do. Okay, no. That one's like actually valid. I still feel like I don't fit, but I've stopped trying to force myself into spaces that aren't made for me. And then it's hard for me to hear those words and not become attached to the idea of it. I've never been special to anyone. I've never been of use to anyone. The only feelings I've ever managed to inspire in others is vague frustration and opaque disappointment. Or worse, nothing at all. You see what I mean? Like, it sounds very, please pay attention and pick me. Or pick me, very, woe is me, pity party. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. So that's annoying. And then we got to a steamy scene, and there was this part involving the word snow globe, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I cackled. Why did that happen? We didn't need that. We don't. Ew. And then, like, I don't mind his accent. His accent actually kind of reminds me of Paul Mescal in Normal People. So, like, cool, fine, awesome, sick. But maybe because it's sped up in the audiobook and it just doesn't sound cute. It's a little bit cringy at times. Her inner dialogue too is really cringy. Like I said, she has her issues with her mom, but also like within herself. Her like insecurities and therefore desperation to be loved. I get it, okay? But it's just the way it's written. It doesn't feel like B.K. Borison. Like I said, I read Love Light Farms, love that Christmas romance. I very much prefer that small town cozy friends to lovers feel rather than this magical ghost situation that I still don't understand the logistics of, but okay. And there's this like whole plot with the magic of it all. It's just getting old. Honestly, I wish I could finish this today, but it's already 10:30 p.m. Today was weird. I woke up at like 1:30 and I left the bed to read on my beanbag at like 2:30, and then I fell asleep at like 4 and woke up before 7 and forced myself to not take a nap. So I'm a little bit tired, but I think I can read a little bit more, but I don't want to be reading this. I will update this vlog again when I finish this, hopefully tomorrow. That's the plan, Jan. Got anything to say, Joseph?
Never trust a fart.
Why?
Because you might shit yourself.
Did that just happen to you?
No, just advice.
Fun fact, right before I turned on the camera, he farted.
I did.
Right into the AC, and then it blew right into my face.
Not AC.
Nope, the fan. Not AC, because it is almost winter.
Good night. Love you.
Hello, everybody. I'm almost done. I'm going to finish it. I promise. I have like 25 minutes left of the audiobook. I do have an update though. So, last night it was feeling like 2 stars. But now we have some character growth with this woman. What's her name? Harriet, which you don't see often. It's a pretty unique name nowadays, I feel like. She's got some character growth. She and Nolan went to this family gala, why do both ways sound weird? This party. They go. It's their annual family thing. There was this one quote where she said that this is not an olive branch, it's a smoke screen, because her mom just wants to protect the family's reputation. She wants the whole family to be there, whether she, you know, is on good terms with them or not. So she goes there. Nolan like stands up for her, which I love. It kind of reminded me of when the woman in Role Playing by Kathy Yardley stood up for the guy in front of his family. It was the same type of energy, and I just love that. I just love when the love interest defends, like, not that she was kind of acting like a damsel in distress, but regardless, you know, I don't mind a little savior complex coming out every now and then, okay? Don't hate me. I just think it's cute in fiction, especially because she could not have done it by herself at this point in time. But okay, it's a dilemma, because I guess it depends how you look at it, because like she, you know, has always felt like she wasn't enough. She needed to be a certain way for people to like her. She couldn't just be her true self with like curly hair, the way she dresses, all the colors, the joy, her little trinket shop or antique shop, until she met Nolan. So in a way, she kind of sought validation from him, which then led to her internal validation and like self-love and like knowing her self-worth and stuff. But yeah, it took him to make her realize that, which in a way is sad, but in a way is really fucking cute. Okay, because like been there, done that, okay? We have gotten to the point where she's like, you know what? Fuck all of you. I love how I am. I love who I am. I love how I dress, what I do. I don't need to be what you want me to be. I'm not gonna go further into that, because find out for yourself, because that's a big plot in the book. But I do appreciate that there's significant character growth. That's definitely my favorite scene in the book. That raised this to 3 stars. Okay, sex scenes still remain a 2-star for me. I don't think they're poorly written. Like, I'm not cringing the entire time or just like want to skip over the sex scenes, which is pretty rare for me anyway, but it's listenable, it's readable, but I'm not like itching for them to have steamy scenes together, intimate moments together again. But I feel like in Lovelight Farms, I keep comparing it because those are BK Borson's 2 Christmas books, okay? In Lovelight Farms, I was like, yes, the tension, the yearning, yes, the slow burn, the childhood friends, just kiss already. But here, there's none of that. That's my take on it. It's coming to a close. There's the whole thing with, you know, their deadline timing, because he is a ghost. She's just one of his assignments at the end of the day. So we'll see how that resolves. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you how. There were like intense moments, but nothing to make it raise to a 4-star. I finished that. I'm going to color. Joey's going to watch a fucked up movie, because that's a thing we do. And I'm in a very high coloring mood. So that's going to happen. I'll give y'all one more update when I finish this book, and then I have to switch to my Patreon readathon for the weekend, and then I'll see y'all again in like a week, and then we'll fully end this vlog when I have a couple more books under my belt for it, because I hate ending vlogs with less than 3 books. I also wanted to share my little library haul. I got 2 books. I just made it to where I picked up this hold before it expired. Tomorrow it actually expires, but since I was in Salem, couldn't pick it up. But I got We the Animals by Justin Torres, who's the author of Blackout, so I'm excited to read more of his writing. This was on Kindle Unlimited for a while, and I had it on my Kindle for a while. I don't even remember returning it, but my friend Tiffany read this and said I'd probably like it and it'd be good for like a cramming vlog. I think this is fictional, but like with a biographical tone to it, or biographical elements. I also got Come Knocking by Mike Bakovin, who's the author of Fantastic Land, which Joey owns and soft DNF'd, I believe, but I feel like I want to try this one first before that book. A theater production that goes horribly wrong. A deadly night reveals the dark consequences of blurring the lines between performance and reality. So I feel like it's gonna have the same vibes as a horror movie meets like Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle, and it is a really short book, so we'll see if I even get to this. The cover feels like Phantom of the Opera vibes, which I have not consumed, but those are my 2 new library books. I'm gonna go intro my Lair Readathon vlog, and I'll talk to y'all when I finish Good Spirits. Alright, y'all, I finished it, and I also set up my December planner, put all the stickers in there that I wanted, so it was a fun time. It's like one of my favorite things to do for a new month, and I just got my Sticky Club stickers yesterday, and I really like them, so I figured might as well use them for December. So that's one less thing I have to do in my reset week or whatever. Finished it. I'm gonna give it a 3, like I said. Nothing really changed. I didn't really care for the ending. After that good scene at the party, I was pretty much ready for it to be over. It was just cheesy, cliche. I had a feeling I wouldn't love this because I'm not a huge fan of the story of A Christmas Carol. It's just so overdone, I feel like. I think after I read The Afterlife of Holly Chase a few years ago, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this story. And then I tried reading the source material, and I was like, yeah, I've heard it all before. I've seen the movie. I did like the animated movie, one of the newer ones. But yeah, I'm kind of just over it. I don't know if I'll keep this on my shelves. I'll think about it. I have the rest of the month to think it through because if you didn't know, I do unhaul books every single month. Once I film my wrap up for the previous month, I constantly update my Pango Books store, which is linked down below all the time. Constantly as in once a month. I feel like if I were still how I was a few years ago in like my people pleasing mode, this would have hit a lot harder. Cause like even though I used to be that person, especially in like high school and college, it just felt like I was kind of past that, which is weird because like usually things that I've been past, I've been through, I can usually still relate to. Maybe it was just like the way it was written, it just felt really whiny. Maybe it's a little bit harsh of me to say things like that, but I just couldn't really connect to her. I just appreciated her growth, getting to where she needed to be. But yeah, I did prefer the POV of Nolan, and he was really sweet, but they're not my favorite couple by any means. That's good spirits. I'll do a fun fact about snow globes because of that one scene, and then I will bid you adieu for now. I just spelled snow globes with a Z. Sure. They were accidentally invented by Austrian surgical instrument mechanic Erwin Percy in 1900 while he was trying to improve a light bulb. The first ones featured a model of the Mariazell Basilica. He was trying to create a brighter light by putting a glass globe filled with water in front of a light bulb, and he added some particles that resembled snow. I love happy accidents. Now, I will see you in probably a week, because that's just how the cookie crumbles around here, apparently. Also, I definitely accidentally poked my eye, so that was not a happy accident because I messed up my eyeliner and mascara, but all is well. Hi. Ignore Joey's shirt up there that Tatsu gave him. It's a Terrifier shirt that he's gonna wear tomorrow. We're back to our mood reading vlog, and I'm about to start Daddy Issues by Kate Goldbeck because it is currently November 21st. I would like to end this vlog Sunday so I can start my cramming vlog. I do have another reading update, but not like a full one because I finished The Hobbit, but I did start it and read the majority of it in my Do Your Worst vlog for Stuff from Stuff Loves. My full thoughts will be in that vlog either way, but I gave it 4 stars and I'm obsessed. It's part of my personality now. I am going to be a Lord of the Rings fan, finally. I mentioned it in my other vlog, but I have come to realize that my late 20s have been utilized for catching up with fandoms and activities that I either missed or that I loved when I was younger, like coloring. I just did this tonight whilst watching Megan 2.0 with Joey, so that was fun. I don't really have much to say about The Hobbit other than I loved it. I was not expecting to love it as much as I did. I only bought this because my friend Mike wants to do like a friend's movie night with Joey and our friend Nick and I, so I was like, I need to read it first, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. Bilbo is incredible. I would literally name a pet after him. I just love how much of a homebody he is, his little hobbit hole. I actually just learned that hobbits are just little humans and not green goblin looking things. I don't know, hobbit just sounds like a gremlin or goblin or something. They don't sound like they're supposed to look human, but now I know, and I'm excited to watch the adaptation. I don't know if we're planning on watching all 3 Hobbit movies, which I also just learned was a thing. We'll see, but I did order the paperback box set of Lord of the Rings. So that will be a thing going into 2026. I could scratch off my poster with y'all because this is on my 100 must-reads scratch off poster, so I'm gonna do that. I'm excited to start Daddy Issues because I feel like it's gonna hit the feels. I feel vulnerable enough to let it hit me in the feels. So we're gonna try that. Hopefully I'm able to finish it in this vlog. I have a really good feeling about it regardless because I gave You Again by Kate Goldbeck 5 stars and it's one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. So I hope this one lives up to the hype that I gave to myself for it. That was a horrible sentence. Okay. Yesterday I went to in-person book club for Good Spirits. I gave this 3 stars, but it was a fun book club either way. There were like 15 of us and it was so much fun. I did give the lowest rating out of everyone else in the room, so I felt like a little bit of a Grinch, but nevertheless had a fun time and no one judged me for it. And tomorrow Joey and I are going to another horror convention and he gets to meet Colby Does Horror, which is his idol in the horror talk sphere. That's exciting for him. That goes from 11 to 7, but we're not gonna stay the whole time. We'll probably go for a couple hours and we'll see where tomorrow takes us. And then Sunday is my Lair Lounge night, my movie night over on Patreon, which we do monthly, but I'll probably start my cramming vlog by then. The plan is to do my cramming vlog Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then pause that for my Patreon road trip vlog, and then on the 30th we'll do a 12-hour readathon. I really need to stick on schedule for that one, so I'll be starting Daddy Issues now. I'm glad that's actually on my November TBR because this was not, but it was on my Do Your Worst TBR, so let's go scratch off the poster. There we go! And the Fellowship of the Ring, or no, the Lord of the Rings is here. Does that mean it's all 3 of them? Probably. FML. But yay! So this is gonna be 5 stars. I'm 46 pages in, but I knew from like page 2 or 3 because this girl is so similar to me. Okay, here's the sitch. Setting the scene. It's post-pandemic. She is 26. Her name's Sam. She can't find a job because, post-pandemic. She's moved back in with her mom. She's reading by the pool. She's talking about how she's not fond of kids and how they're sticky and how she'd rather be watching old people do aqua yoga or whatever instead of fathers and daughters interacting. And then she starts interacting with this kid and her dad, and they live next door to her mom. Aside from all of that, she not only has daddy issues, but she doesn't like socializing. She quit music, which I did. I played violin for 9 years. She quit cross country, which I did in middle school. She quit chess. I have no connection to that. She is committed to art, me with coloring. She got her art skills from her dad. Samesies. She loves reading. Hello. And she played volleyball and made it her whole life. Same. That was my entire personality in high school. She also loved Tumblr, but in my head I'm replacing that with Instagram and YouTube. So that's crazy. Also noticed that this cover looks like a comic book because her dad is a comic book artist and that's how she got her art skills from. But the windows are panels from a comic book, and then daddy issues not only means her issues with her dad, but also her dad drew comic book issues and they're in her room with her because that's where they're stored. So there's just so much going on and I'm hooked. I could probably this is one of those books that I could stay up late reading, so I have full confidence that I could finish this weekend, and I have pretty full confidence that it's going to be 5 stars and that it'll heal parts of me that I didn't know needed to be healed. Or maybe I did know. Crazy how accurate it is. I haven't felt this way about a book, I think, in terms of relatability since Out of Love by Hazel Hayes, I think. At least accurately, personally to me. I felt this way about books in terms of what's happening in my life at the time that I was reading those books, but this and me identifying with it, yeah, Out of Love by Hazel Hayes. Actually, did I read A Dowry of Blood after Out of Love? I don't know, but it's giving me the same feelings as both of those books, and that's bold. Maybe not as strongly as A Dowry of Blood, which incidentally I still have to do my reread for, my 6th reread of that book. How am I gonna squeeze that in? I don't know. I might have to skip it this year. I made up for that by meeting S.T. Gibson this year. fine. I'm excited that this is the book I'm gonna end this vlog with because it's gonna be a banger and it's actually on my November TBR. So hell yeah, yay me. I'm gonna go to bed and I will see y'all tomorrow morning. This is the look for the horror convention. I just spent 15 minutes looking for red lipstick, couldn't find it. So we're going with the black lip. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Joey picked my pants. I don't know how I feel about it, but we're repping our guy. Art. And then I have my eyeballs dangling from my ears. Okay, let's go. Back. I'm so tired. We just had Portillo's. I was watching Gavin's new Embosser Toss episode, and now I need to read. Horror convention was fun. We got this movie for free from Cranked Up TV because Joey's gonna start working with them, so that's exciting. They also gave him a free shirt. Wormtown is gonna be a new movie that comes out soon on Cranked Up TV, which is a horror streaming service. They showed us the trailer, and it kind of reminds me of You Weren't Meant to Be Human by Andrew Joseph White. I got Gulp Fiction, and the author, whose name is James, but his pen name is B.S. Lewis, signed it and says, "Bottoms up, thanks for the support." And he said it's a compilation of stories that have a cocktail recipe after every story. So I thought that was cool. Thought this cover was sick, and I like the title. And my favorite purchase today. It's from the same business that Joey got his Terrifier flannel and I got my Ice 9 Kills custom flannel with the patch on the back. She started doing these t-shirt flannel hybrid things. I got an Exorcist one. She didn't have too many options yet because it's a new style for her. That was the horror con. I think I'm conned out for the year. I am going to book con in April in New York. So please say hi if you see me, because that'd be fun. On the way to the con, I read up to page 70 in Daddy Issues, and there was this whole chapter where her friend Romilly was giving a whole like slideshow about this relationship diagram thing. It was kind of odd, but it was fun. Then something happened that led them to start hanging out with Nick. So that's fun. I'll update y'all when I read another 150-ish pages, maybe after I get halfway through. Still loving it. It's reading pretty fast. I just need to literally just sit down, lock in, and read the rest of it. And that's everything. I love my outfit today. I had to put my hair up because I got hot and overstimulated. I need to film my 12 Rex by 12 Vamps. Today would probably be the good day to do it. I need to sneeze. I also need to edit. Oh my god, goodbye. Joey wanted to go on a coffee date, so here we are. And it looks like Christmas threw up in here. I chose health instead of a Nutella croissant that I usually get. Ew, don't go that close to me. Don't look at me. Look at me being an adult. Woo! Woo! Oh! Hi, so it's like 11 p.m. I have a little bit of a reading update. I'm now on page 272, so I have exactly 50 pages left of Daddy Issues. I'll probably end this vlog tomorrow morning. I realized I'm gonna have to do my cramming vlog in just the 12-hour, 24-hour period because I still have my Full Moon Book Club and Bloody Read to read. So don't know how I'm gonna manage that, but we're gonna figure it out. I've just been such a slow reader. My focus has been close to non-existent. I just have a lot to do before the month ends. I feel like Salem really threw me off. This would only be book 12 of the month, and for me, that's not a lot for me personally. No judgment to anyone who reads less or whatever, but I'm hoping I can catch up, at least hit 20 books for the month, which could be doable because the road trip to Wisconsin is going to be 2.5-hour drive. It's just going to be a chill cabin situation. That should give me a lot of reading time, but anyway, this could be a 4 or a 5 at this point. It's not as hard hitting as I thought it would be with all the daddy issues stuff, but the part that I did just read was this argument with her mom, and it is hitting a little bit. Either way, there's a lot of aspects of her life that I could relate to, with the situationship stuff, the dad stuff. I mean, even the argument with her mom and how she like feels about herself. So it could be a 5, but I don't know if it's gonna make it onto my top 10, even as a contender. I don't think so, which is unfortunate because You Again was in my top 10, I believe. But yeah, it's still good. They just profess their love to each other, and she is currently constantly navigating how to feel about, you know, in the future being a stepmom, or how to handle certain things, even like simple conversations with this 9-year-old. But at the same time, she's never once questioned how she feels for him. It's just she kind of feels insecure and too juvenile for him because it is an age gap romance. He's almost 40 and she's 26. It's not like creepy or anything, but he has had experiences that she hasn't and doesn't want to have. He's had a divorce already. He's had a kid, obviously. So there's a lot in this story. There's that background problem of her trying to figure out her relationship with her dad, who doesn't stay in contact with her, but has all these boxes of comics in the mom's apartment just waiting to be picked up. I feel like Daddy Issues is the perfect title for this book. I will be finishing the last 50 pages and give you a final rating in the morning. Good morning. It's currently 7 a.m. I'm here to end the vlog because I did in fact finish Daddy Issues last night. I also continued reading this poetry collection by Cynthia Pelayo. It's on Kindle Unlimited and it's about missing girls, but like the poetry is very dark. It's called Through the Forest and Out of the Woods or something like that. I don't remember. It's like a true crime poetry collection, which I thought was so unique. And I just read Loteria by Cynthia Pelayo, and I did like her writing and wanted to read more, but a lot, if not all, of her books take place in Chicago. Even in the title, she has Children of Chicago as one of her books, which I don't mind going into it knowing it, but sometimes I'm just like not in the mood, you know? So I thought this was a good place to go direction-wise for Cynthia Pelayo's work. Almost done with it. Well, not really. It actually takes me a while to read each poem because they're all so dark. I love true crime, so this is a very unique reading experience for me, which is amazing. And it's a good, well, it's not a great thing to read before going to bed, but it's an easy on my eyes thing to read before bed because, you know, poetry, but it's not easy on the brain, if that makes sense. Anyway, Daddy Issues I did give 4 stars. Took a strong 4. The ending, it felt a little rushed. I'm just glad there was no epilogue. I was really afraid that things would change in ways that I didn't want them to change, if you know what I mean. And they didn't, so I'm glad there was no epilogue. I feel like it's rare for romances nowadays. I liked the full circle moment that they had with Kira. I feel like there was a lot of character growth for Sam, for sure, and there was a lot of growth in her relationship with her mom and her mindset about her dad. It was a good one overall. I'm just sad it's not a new all-time favorite, but that's okay. Her debut still remains one of my favorite romances, so I'm sure Kate Goldbeck is going to do a lot that I enjoy. I'm excited for what she comes up with next, and that's everything. I'm about to edit this vlog actually because I want this to go up before my Salem vlog. I'm trying to see what I read, because this was way longer than a weekly vlog. It was more of a filler vlog, which I don't really do. Let me see what this book is called. Into the Forest and All the Way Through is what the poetry collection is called. I'm never going to remember that. In this vlog, I finished Good Spirits, The Hobbit, and Daddy Issues. Is that really all I read in this vlog? That's crazy. I feel like I read so much more, but I took so many pauses. Oh, did I finish The White Book by Han Kong in this also? I believe so. I don't know, but I'm gonna call it 4 books. That's crazy. It's such a long vlog for 4 books, but I hope you enjoyed anyway. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, let's put a speech bubble emoji to represent comic books from Daddy Issues. They have those, right? The speech bubbles or the thought bubbles, whatever. I hope you had a 5-star day. Don't forget to do some self-care, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.